Hi everyone. In today's video, I want to talk to you about vocal technique. So I want to start with the basics and all of the things that I tell all of my students when they have their first lesson. So fundamentally, understanding what are we actually doing when we're singing. So singing isn't too far removed from talking. So if you were giving a speech, you want to project the sound. You want to say your words clearly and you want to make an impact. So it's the same with the voice. So the way that I see it is that when I had lessons with my teacher, Florence Taylor, who was a contralto, an amazing teacher. So she taught me all that I now pass on to my students. And one of the first things she told me was that singing is just an extension of speaking. So a lot of the time we make the mistake of thinking that when we sing we have to do something that is unusual, or we're reaching for these high notes, and when we sing low notes we're also reaching down for these low notes. And one of the first things she told me was, as a piano player, she said to me, hello fly, we have a nice fly going around here, it's giving us a bit of company. So when you play the piano and the notes go up, they go to the right and they go down to the left. Now you don't turn your piano up on its side and play it like this, up and down, which is what you're doing when you're singing sometimes. We have this mistake of when you see little kids singing, they're like, ah, like that, up to a high note, and oh, it's a low note. So messages keep coming up on my screen there. So we don't do that with the piano. We just play it and the notes go up and the notes go down. So we are going across our body. So one of the first things I want you to understand is that the notes might go higher and lower, but at all times you're trying to maintain this sort of feeling. As you go up, as you go down, you're thinking across, not up and not down. Okay, so let's start with the breath. Okay, so when we say breathe in sounds like constricting or going in, but it's actually the opposite. So when you breathe in, you expand. Okay, you create more space in your lungs. Okay, so breathing in is like you've got a balloon. Okay, and you breathe in, there's a big balloon, and when you breathe out, you come back in. The lungs collapse in. Okay, so we don't want them to collapse. So what we're trying to do at all times when we're singing is maintain the breath. So when you speak, you naturally take breath in without even thinking about it. It's like breathing is natural. So as I did then, I speak, I say something to you, I talk for a bit, and then I run out of air, and then I take a breath. Okay, so what we're actually doing is we're going back again. Okay, so we're not thinking up, and we're thinking out, and we're thinking back. So you naturally just go back. This is what Florence used to say to me. We go back like this, okay? So it's like our lungs on our back are expanding like that, like a fish. The gills are going out, okay? It's very similar to some of the things that we talk about in yoga when you're breathing, okay? So the back ribs are going out. Okay, so hopefully you get that. So when you breathe in, I want you to think, you can put your hands on your waist like this, okay? And watch my fingers. So breathe in, I expand, I hold, and then I breathe out. Breathe in. And another thing to notice is this part of my body, the top part of my body, is not moving that much. So when I breathe in, I don't go, nothing needs to move here. Everything is down here. This is like the engine room from here to here, okay? So we're always thinking down and back. expanding everywhere around. So just practicing breathing is a really important thing to do. Okay, so once you've got that, so it's the opposite of in is out, out, you're coming back in. Okay, so when you take a breath in, you're thinking down and out. Think down and out. All right, so now we talk about this thing that I was talking about, going up and down. So let's start with an example. So if I'm to sing, some notes going up, okay? So I have quite a low voice, but I can sing quite high if I want to. I don't necessarily like my voice at a really high pitch. Okay, so let's go up. Me. Now lots of people go like that. Okay, so you're straining to get up there. So what I want you to do is you think as it gets higher, you're actually thinking of stepping. You're stepping up, but you're thinking of going down, down, down. Okay. Me. So I'm pushing down. I'm not going. Okay, so take a deep breath. Okay, not a nice sound for me, but the principle of it is I'm thinking down and I'm not pushing on my throat. So I'm not using my throat. Okay, there's a lot of other things we can go into, but that's the basic one. So as you're going up, you're thinking of down. Right, same principle as you go down the piano, okay? Still thinking across. You're trying to keep those lower notes up, just as what we in the last example, we were keeping the upper notes down. Okay, but basically doing this. We're pulling everything into the middle. Okay, it's another thing that we talk about in yoga, and you might see that I do love yoga. So everything is always pulling things into the middle. You're expanding, but you're also contracting, and you're pulling into the core, where your strength is, where your breath is. Okay, so as you go down, me, smiling helps. E, thinking back teeth. E. Oh, I'm going quite low. E. Right, so as you go down, we're not doing this. Sometimes when we sing low notes, you see people do this. E. Okay, we don't want to do that. Don't drop our chin. Okay, so keep it up. As you sing higher, you keep it down. As you sing lower, you keep everything in the middle. All right. So another thing to think is when you're singing a vowel, which you always are, because you cannot sing on a consonant. You can't sing s, s. You've got to have a open sound, okay? A, E, O, U. Okay, these are all the vowel sounds. We always sing on vowels, so everything that we sing is a vowel. So I want you to think back teeth. Where do you say that? Ah, ah. If you put your finger here on your cheek, ah, you can feel a vibration. Okay, because all of this area here, this is the cavity, or this is the part of your body, this is your instrument, okay, that's vibrating. Okay, you're using all of your body, but this all around your teeth and the way that your face, the skeleton, the structure of your body creates your own particular sound. Okay, so you're thinking back as you sing the E, you're not thinking E at the front. E, E, small sound. E. So thinking back, it's resonating. All of this area here is resonating. Me. Okay, right. So a couple of little warm-ups you can do, and then I'll finish this video, and hopefully I'll explain some more things in more depth in another video. All right, so one of the first warm-ups you can do is just the me that we were doing. on 5 notes up and down, and everybody has probably done this before. So we'll start on a low G. Me. Now we're trying to keep it smooth, so we're not going E, 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 E. It's a smooth sound. We're going up different notes, but we're maintaining this flat line. Okay, so it's really smooth. Take a deep breath in. Me. We put the M on the front so that we can hit the note, then we open it out to the E. Me. Make sure you breathe every time. There it is. Me. Now you lose a bit of air there, so you breathe in again. Me. Keep going. Breathe in. Me. Me. As it gets higher, push down. Me. So this is where we usually have a little break in our voice. Me. So we just go smoothly across that break. Me. Breathe. Me. 2 more. Breathe in. Not so nice. So you might want to hold that top note, just feel into it a bit more. All right, so next video I will introduce some more vocal warm-ups, some more things you can do to practice strengthening your voice and your capacity and your lung capacity. But one of the main things to practice after this would be just that breathing in, breathing down into the lungs, down as far as you can, holding it, keeping it full, and gradually, slowly exhaling it back in. Okay, so I hope this video has helped in a small way and given you some tips and ideas to sing with a really good, solid vocal technique and iron out some of those problems you might be having reaching high notes and reaching low notes. Okay, so I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.